What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. So Boosie, formerly known as Lil Boosie, has come out to the defense of Diddy, and it's not shocking. It's not surprising because Boosie always playing Captain Save a Negro. For all these Negroes, they get caught up in these assault charges, and you know what type of assault charges I'm talking about. He be on the front lines, on the vanguard. You hear me? Like he is in the infantry unit to hold it down for any black dude that get caught up in some assault charges, the grape assault charges. You know what I mean? He always take the G off grape. You know what I'm talking about, right? The sexual type of assault. You know. He always coming on the front line of defense for him, even when he doesn't even know the particulars of the situation. And in this case, from his comments, I know for a fact he does not know the particulars of the situation. He just read that Diddy had all them baby oils and got caught up with baby oil and sex contents and all that type of stuff in a raid, and he thinks that's the end of it. That's the whole gist of everything. No, but let's get to what Boosie said. Let's get to his comments. Boosie said, I feel Diddy is in jail for basically doing what every other famous entertainer has done. Flew BITCHs out for threesomes, right? He just freakier. We actually gonna call women prostitutes who fly in willingly to be with their partners for sex? If that's the case, if you've been flued out and had sex, you should be labeled a prostitute. If that's the case, that's 80% of the women reading this. And trafficking? Hell no. You a celebrity. You gotta fly PUSSY in. How else you get the PUSSY, right? You're never in one place. When I saw that video, he talking about the video of Diddy hitting and beating on Cassie. He said when I saw that video, I was pissed off at this N-word. Like he really got a problem. But facing life in prison for doing basically what so many others do, basically saying, no, he ain't with that ain't right. So now he said Diddy is in jail for basically doing what every other famous entertainer has done. Flew BITCHs out for threesomes and all of that. He just freakier. Boosie, this is how I know he has not read the context of the indictment at all. He's just speaking off the talks about the lubricant that's been found and all of that. Diddy is not facing charges for being just freaky. It's not illegal to be freaky. It's not illegal to have baby oil and lube and all of that. It's not illegal to have threesomes and all of that and sex parties that people are willing participants in. But see, that's the problem. Diddy had unwilling participants, right? See, the indictment detailed Diddy beating people, Diddy and his entourage or whatever, beating people into submission. Beating girls into submission to make them give in. It included him unwillingly or unknowingly drugging women, right? To get them to engage in the freak off and then keeping them drugged up so that they can keep it going on for days and days at a time. The indictment included Diddy preventing women from leaving the situation, holding them against their will because he wanted their freak show to continue. Not just one time, over and over and over again, right? The indictment included coercion, right? Telling women, if you don't do this, you're not going to get your usual salary. If you don't do this, you're going to lose your job. If you don't do this, you're not going to be able to pay for this big house and all that you got and all of that type of stuff. Coercing women into doing certain things that he wanted them to do. And that, sir, is illegal, Boosie. That is a crime. That is a crime. Whether you don't know it or not, whether you're aware of it or not, that is a crime. You can't hold people against their will. You can't unknowingly drug people, right? You can't beat people into submission to get you to get them to give in to the freaky stuff that you want done to them. You know what I mean? Like, and see, that's why dudes like Boosie got to read the context of the whole situation before they just go ahead and just stand on the front lines and play Captain Save a Negro and Captain Protector. Dog, you got to read the situation. Read the room. This not just happening just because he's freaky. The same situation that applied to R. Kelly, right? Because I remember when R. Kelly got in trouble, so many dudes in the hood, especially in the hoods of Chicago here, they was in there, man, Kel's just, man, they trying to just get him in trouble, man. He was messing them girls, a lot of them girls, man, they was just, you know, they wanted it too. They wanted it too. Brother, it don't matter if they wanted it too. A baby cannot consent to anything. R. Kelly wasn't just messing with was grown women. He was messing with underage girls, 15-year-olds, 16-year-old girls when he grown as ever. You can't be messing with no underage. He wasn't messing with just 18 and older. He was messing with 15, 16, 17. Girl in the video that he was caught in that video with, that infamous video, the tape, that girl was 15 years old, and he only got off because the family dropped the charges against him. Because I'm assuming he paid them off, right? So, yeah, all of that. Nobody is going to jail for being freaky, and I want people to understand it's not because you just like women and you want to do all these threesomes. No, you can do that on your own time. You got money, you can have all the threesomes and freaked out stuff you want to do. You can't do illegal things. You can't unwillingly drug women. You can't coerce them into doing stuff. You can't make them feel like they have to do it or else, okay? You can't beat them into submission to do that. You can't prevent them from leaving during the whatever sex thing y'all got going on. You can't do that stuff. That's kidnapping, dog. You can't do that. So it wasn't just, oh, he flying a girl into town. No. He got sex workers in there convinced, trying to coerce other girls who are not sex workers to be down with a freak show. And to get them to try to get these girls to talk them into doing it when they don't want to do it for real. And then using coercion to scare them into doing it. That's not legal. No matter how you try to flip it, no matter how you try to spin it, if a woman don't willingly want to do that, you can't, no. If you use coercion, yes, that's still a crime, still illegal. You can't hold something over somebody's head in order for them to have sexual intercourse with you. You can't. You can't say, hey, I know you work for me. If you want to keep that big house you in, you got to get down with the get down. No, you can't do that. You can't unknowingly drug women, right? You can't put hands on, like, what are we talking about here, bro? But again, Boosie love playing, like, I'm a fan of Boosie's music. Like, for real. Like, I'm talking about, when we was at Mississippi Valley State University, Set It Off was like the national anthem on campus at MVSU. Boosie is king in the South. And I always tell people that. Boosie bigger than Jay-Z in the South. Like, in Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, places like that. Oh, man, what? Boosie the biggest voice there. We was listening to Boosie and Webby on a regular. I was listening to Boosie before I even went. Boosie and Webby before I even went to college. I was in elementary school listening to them, right? So I'm a fan of the music. I find Boosie to be a really dope artist that is really, really talented, you know, despite him not getting the accolades he deserves because he's a Southern rapper and he got a drawl and a twang and he don't rap with a whole bunch of metaphors and similes like other rappers in other regions do, particularly in the East Coast. He doesn't, but he's really dope. But regardless of me liking his music and thinking he's a dope rapper, he's way too often on the wrong side of history a lot. Always thinking just people going to jail. You got to read the context of stuff before saying things. You got to read and look through things before you just jump out with an opinion. That man not being held right now. He not being held. He not facing charges because he just a freak. Because again, it's not a crime to be freaky. It's not. And if he was just on some freaky stuff, he'd been cool. But no. His stuff went to criminal stuff. And that's what it's like, oh no, brother. This is going too far. He facing gun charges possibly. He found all type of assault rifles all in his crib, all of that. They seized narcotics from the crib. Yeah, man. He got a lot of stuff going on with him. A lot of stuff going on. So it ain't just, then he got tapes and videos, all the stuff going on. Yeah, Boosie, this ain't just no regular, he just a freak. No. This is, oh no, brother, you were doing some wild, crazy stuff. Especially if the feds can really make it stick. You was out here losing your mind. And you out here being checked accordingly. And ain't nobody got and I know this, man. Does the government conspire to put a lot of innocent black men in prison? Yes, they have. Have they put innocent black men in prison? Yes, they have. For sure. Right? I'm never going to act like that's not a thing. But when they looked at them tapes and them videos and all of that, they found some stuff, y'all. which is why he's being charged. That's why he's facing charges. Because they found some stuff. Like, I'm talking about, they probably concrete evidence against him. To where, yeah, they took them baby passports, them kids' passports, everything, because I feel like they found some stuff. You know? And before y'all start, because I know some people going to come on here, well, white men do this, that, and the third, and they should be locked up too. They should be locked up too if they do that, and this, that, and the third. They should, without question. But they not going to let Diddy off. If he out here doing all this stuff, he don't deserve to get let off if he doing stuff like this. He doesn't. And listen, I love the music that Diddy has made. I've been a fan of the music he's made. I've danced to it and vibed out to it. He's been played at all the functions we've been at. We done had a good time off of Diddy's music. And I always told y'all, Big needed Diddy for, like, you know, for his musical image and for his music to be as worldwide known. He needed the ear, the sound that Diddy he needed the ear of Diddy. He needed Diddy's, because Diddy kind of helped to style him up to be the big dude, the big fly dude, right? He needed Diddy's thought and foresight. He did. So again, he did a marketable, amazing job with marketing Biggie and all of that, right? But yo, you doing stuff like this, dog? You out of pocket. You out of pocket, man. You foul. And when I saw that video of him beating on Cassie like that, I said, oh no, this brother's dark, bro. Cause the way he was doing it, look, with no regard for her, like he was beating on her like she was nothing, like she was a piece of nothing, kicking her like she wasn't, like the way he did that, the look he had on his face doing that, kicking her the way he did it with no regard for her, like she was. I say, yeah, this dude's sinister. He got some stuff on him. He got some sinister stuff in him. So yeah, man, them feds ain't grabbed him up for nothing. Boosie gotta know, man. You gotta read and observe situations. Read through stuff before you just jump out the window. Sit down, read the context of the situation, understand what's going on before you just leave with your opinion. And I just think, you know, he do what everybody else do. Boosie, no, because you're not doing that, are you? You're not doing that, are you? You're not holding women against their will, drugging them, coercing them for sex and all of that. So cut it out.